ready for Juice WRLD? Say hell yeah! Say hell yeah!
At the end of 2025, it will mark 6 years since Juice WRLD sadly passed away. As you probably already know, he died from that led to him having a and passing away in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois. In this video, I want to talk to you about Juice's life, as well as his battle with addiction that ultimately got the best of him. Gerard Higgins, better known as Juice WRLD, was born December 2nd, 1998. He grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago and was the second son of his mother, Carmela Wallace, who raised Juice and his brother in a single-parent household. His mother was very religious and didn't let young Juice listen to rap music, and instead would rather him listen to rock and pop, which is how Juice WRLD found bands like Blink-182 and Fall Out Boy. Around the age of 4, Juice started taking piano classes, which helped solidify his early love for music. By the end of the 6th grade, Juice WRLD was already drinking after being inspired by Future's mega hit, Dirty Sprite.
The first song I ever heard by Future was Ain't No Way Around It. The second song I've ever heard by Future is Dirty Sprite, off the first Dirty Sprite mixtape. And that had me at like 11, 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't know if that was what I was really finna be doing, but.
Just a couple years after this, Juice WRLD began smoking cigarettes, as well as popping. For high school, he went to Homewood Flossmoor Community High and could actually be seen here rap battling another kid in the school.
Recognize you know I'm the best. This contest is over. I'm high off everything except being sober. I told you I'm in school, I'm never taking L's, but I never do homework.
Killing
I'm
your
sticking out
shit,
like a nigga with a bone in no homo. I rock Supreme, that's that box logo promo. Oh no, here's the dude, that's no joke. Joker though, I got that Joker flow to make you hold your nose. You sniffing coke. Who is this? Do you exist? Nah, not to me, I'm R. Kelly, nigga, you can get the piss.
Hey, Caleb.
In high school is also where Juice WRLD started to develop his sound as an artist, dropping his first track, Forever, under the name Juice the Kid. At this time, he was recording most of his songs on a cell phone. It was also during this time his mom made him see a therapist, because according to her, Juice WRLD had impulsive behavior.
Well, in high school, he had therapy because he had impulsive behavior. So I had him see a psychologist. So he was used to communicating and really getting in touch with his feeling.
When asked what worried her the most about Juice when he was 15, his mom said his impulsiveness, as well as his lack of self-control.
Back then, when he was 15, this kid in Chicago's suburbs, what were you seeing that concerned you as a mom?
Impulsiveness. You know, it was just that self-control that he just didn't have, and focus, like in school. He hated school. Very, very smart, but he didn't like the idea of school, so it was always a struggle with him in school, and you know, skipping school, skipping classes, so I always had to have a plan for him.
In this clip, you can hear his mom speak on trying her best, but ultimately not being able to protect her son from the battles he was facing.
And that's hard to watch as a parent, because I felt like I couldn't protect him. You know, and when you think about it, you know, kids graduate from high school, the parents prepare mentally for them to go to college. So I allowed him to take a gap year just to try it. I figured it wouldn't hurt, you know, give him a gap year. One of the conditions for him taking a gap year, he had to work. I think he worked it for about a month. It was like maybe a few weeks after he left that job that he really started getting busy in recognition for his music. But it just happened so fast. It's like one day he was gone, you know, so I didn't have time to prepare, you know, that he's not gonna be here, because he went from high school to Juice WRLD.
During this time, Juice WRLD was working at a factory, which he described as some B-Rabbit 8 Mile shit.
I had one job, I had one legal job. That's wild. This dude right here got me the job. That's wild. You just so happen to be sitting there. That's my cousin. He got me my first job. My first and only job at a car factory on some 8 Mile shit, some B-Rabbit shit. I was making car parts and shit. I made them little handles that be inside that people be putting their clothes and holding on to when they think they finna die and shit.
At this point, Juice WRLD's career was taking off due to the success of his 999 EP, which featured his soon-to-be smash hit, Lucid Dreams, as well as other songs produced by Nick Mira and Internet Money. This EP helped Juice receive attention from artists like Waka Flocka Flame and Southside, as well as fellow Chicago artists G Herbo and Lil Bibby, who who ended up signing Juice WRLD to his Grade A Productions record label. In 2018, Juice catapulted himself into mainstream success after getting multiple music videos on Lyrical Lemonade, as well as dropping his debut album, Goodbye and Good Riddance, which saw major success for the up-and-coming rap star, selling 39,000 units first week. Around the same time, hip-hop faced a major tragedy when we lost XXXTentacion on June 18th, 2018. Juice has since spoke on the murder, saying that the two would often have deep convos with each other. Being moved by his death, Juice WRLD released a 2-song EP titled Legends, where the cover art was actually the final conversation between the two. In the song, Juice WRLD spoke on both X's death as well as Lil Peep's death, which I actually covered extensively in this video here. In this clip, you can hear Juice WRLD talk about why it was important for him to speak on the tragic death of these two fallen legends.
Felt like it was very important to memorialize X and Peep because they are people that have changed music for everybody. I had no type of relationship with Peep at all. I was really speaking from a fan standpoint. But what Josh say, I don't want to say we were friends, but we had quite a few deep conversations. He had nothing but positive advice to give me and, you know, just like trying to give me guidance and stuff, you know. He was a very intelligent, talented person.
The song Legends became an instant hit and peaked at number 29 on the Billboard chart. For many, including myself, Juice WRLD came at the perfect time, filling the void that was left in the emo rap scene after Peep and X had died. And from this point forward, Juice was at the top of the game. He started doing features with people like Travis Scott, Future, and more. And although things were on the up and up, Juice WRLD's demons were coming to haunt him, because as you know, he was already dealing with substance abuse, and things only got worse for him as he grew in the industry. In this clip, you can see Juice WRLD fall asleep while promoting Lucid Dreams during an interview.
Sounds like a lot of heart gone into it. I want you to describe that single and that track that we're playing right now. Hey, give me a little bit one on Lucid Dreams. Describe that track to me.
Oh, my apologies.
That's all right.
Lucid Dreams is a song that could be looked at from several different perspectives, whether it be a relationship, something haunting you from the past, or just like stuff that you struggle with that you can't get off your shoulders.
Another important part of Juice's life in 2018 was his new relationship with Ali Lottie, who was actually rumored to be a drug and has been seen on multiple occasions with Juice WRLD.
Hi, my name's I came to play.
In March 2019, Juice dropped his second studio album, Death Race for Love, which went on to sell 165,000 units first week, cementing Juice WRLD's spot at the top of the game. He then went on a world tour with Nicki Minaj, while simultaneously continuing his run, dropping hits like his song Hate Me with Ellie Goulding, as well as Graduation with Benny Blanco. In early October, Juice WRLD released Bandit, featuring NBA Youngboy. This song was accompanied by another Lyrical Lemonade video. Little did people know, this would be Juice WRLD's last music video, because only a month later, on December 8th, Juice WRLD sadly passed away from an
so much, Patrick. More breaking news right now coming in. The late Chicago rapper Juice WRLD died as a result of toxicity. That's according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office today. His death was ruled an accident. The 21-year-old musician, whose real name was Jared Anthony Higgins, was pronounced dead on December 8th of last year at Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn. He suffered the medical emergency at Midway Airport as federal agents searched the luggage on board the private jet that he was on. 41 bags of marijuana, some guns, and cough syrup were found on board.
You see, Juice WRLD was flying on a private jet from LA to Chicago to celebrate his birthday. Once they got close to landing, Juice and his entourage began to get service on their cell phones and realized that they were getting text warning them that law enforcement officials were waiting for them. That's when Juice WRLD decided to pop the pills that he had in his possession. Once landed, the police began to search the plane, where they found over 40 bags of marijuana said to equal up to 70 pounds, as well as 6 bottles of and a couple handguns. During the madness, Juice WRLD began to suffer from a In this clip, you can hear the kid Leroy, who was there when Juice WRLD died, speak on how helpless he felt watching his friend suffer.
I didn't really know, like, what the fuck I could do to help. So we were all just sitting there panicking. We was like, what the fuck? And at first, we just thought he was having a... And then the blood started coming out of his mouth and his nose, and then everybody obviously started freaking out way more then. Then the police came over to us all and handcuffed us all. And they handcuffed us in a line, and they was like, get the fuck away from him. They handcuffed us all in a line, except for Allie. Allie was like, yo, nothing. Handcuffed me, and they're telling Allie, like, chill out. He's fine, chill out, he's gonna be... And we're all looking like, bro, he's bleeding.
Fans and the industry were in distraught, with many people coming out to pay their respect to the late Juice WRLD. This included Travis Scott, who posted a picture of the two with the caption, "You will live on forever," as well as Trippie Redd, who posted a picture of the two with the caption, "I kind of hate life right now. I'm sick and tired of this shit, honestly." Future himself even responded by posting a picture saying, "Juice WRLD forever." But ultimately, the person who was hurt the most by his death was his mother, who has spoken about her son's passing on multiple occasions. In this clip, you can hear her speak on the call she received the day of his death.
My nephew, he called me about 3 a.m. and he told me that he had his... He said, but he's okay. He's at the hospital. They're taking him to the hospital. So go to the hospital, and I just wanted to get to him. You know, I was just trying to get to him. And so we come in, and then the guards are there, and they're not letting me go right through. They already knew what was going on. I didn't know. And I just wanted to get to him. I just wanted to see him. I just wanted to make sure he was okay. So once we get up there, they take us in another room. And we're just sitting, and I just didn't really understand why we sit. I just needed to get to him. I needed to see if he was okay. And then the doctor came out and said he didn't make it. He said they tried to, revive him. They tried using, many things, and it just didn't work. And I was just devastated. I just knew, okay, maybe this would be it. Maybe this would be his wake-up call, and he'll be okay, but it just never happened. I was never able to get to him.
Now, many people get blamed for his, including Ali Lottie, who fans accused of being an extra that smuggled around the country. Although these rumors were debunked, Ali did find herself in trouble with the law just a few years after Juice WRLD's death. You see, in January 2023, she was arrested for theft, as well as being in possession of either with the intent to sell. Another person who was blamed for Juice WRLD's death was Future, who, as you already know, inspired a young Juice WRLD to take when he was only in 6th grade. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Future actually spoke on this, explaining that when Juice WRLD told him about his influence on his adolescent use, Future thought to himself, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? The honest truth about the situation is that it's nobody's fault, except for Juice's. Future may have inspired him to take when he was younger, but he didn't force him to take those. And yes, Ali seems to have her own problems as well, but Juice WRLD is his own person, and it's up to him to not let these addictions take over his life. Now, I know that's a lot easier said than done, but it is possible. You see, this story resonates deeply with me, because as you already know if you watch my Peep video, I too have suffered with my own battles of addiction. If you're dealing with anything similar and just need somebody to talk to, there's a number on the screen, and there's also my Instagram handle. I don't care who you are. If you need someone to talk to, you could DM me as well. Since my channel is small enough right now, I'll be able to do that and answer basically everybody. If you enjoyed this video, maybe give it a like or check out one of my other videos. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.